firefighters train for a second day ahead of peak fire season. KCBS's Megan Goldsby reports the worst months of the year are still to come.
You may have noticed the smoke yesterday coming from Stony Point Road on the western side of the city.
The column of smoke was pretty much for the most part of the day going straight up.
Exactly what you want with a training fire, says Division Fire Chief Fire Marshal Paul Lowenthal with the Santa Rosa Fire Department. It means the weather conditions were perfect. And there are 2 more training days this week, today and Friday. The idea:
we've hired a lot of new people within our organization over the last several years. We're constantly training, so we want to be able to train to not only respond to fires within our community, but respond to and assist those communities around us that are also in need.
These trainings are teaching the newer firefighters to fight fire using fire, something called backburning.
As we push into September and October, as we're training and preparing for what could potentially be a long couple months, we ask our community to continue to be prepared.
In Sonoma County, Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
KCBS News Time 8:13. We'll take a look at what it will take for the A's to get the next steps going on their Howard Terminal project. That's in sports in 2 minutes.
Have you noticed? Getting hot out, so don't let termites take over while you're on vacation. Hi, Joe Starkey here. My friends at Pacific Coast Termite have treated over 50,000 homes, including mine, and commercial businesses, and they can help you too. Their service professionals are uniformed, clean, and polite, and provide a 2-year guarantee on all their termite work. Call now, you get a free inspection, plus 10% off any termite treatment you may need. Call 1-800-PACIFIC. That's 1-800-722-4342. Pacific Coast Termite uses orange oil plus, so you and your pets can stay in your home. No fumigation to force you to bag your food. No need to move out. Pacific Coast Termite is a trusted company, and they've been with KCBS for many years, and they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. So if you call now, you get 10% off termite treatments. And have you noticed rodents? Oh, yikes. We did, and Pacific Coast Termite took care of that problem too. Call them like I did. 1-800-PACIFIC. That's 800-722-4342 or PacificCoastTermite.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Granger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
This is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup sound experiment. We're looking to find the perfect way to hear Reese's so you'll buy more of them. Here we go. Reese's, 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 Reese's.
Reese's. Hey, get out of here, you little stinker. Reese's.
Reese's.
That breathy one sounded very creepy, am I right?
Coming up on KCBS, inflation is easing, so high prices last.
Time to check the sports line from the Bay Area Chevy Dealer Sports Desk. Here's Joe Hughes. We're talking about Howard Terminal and what the A's need to happen for that process to move forward.
Yeah, yesterday ahead of the A's 5-1 loss to the Angels, A's team president Dave Campbell joining A's Cast with an update on the team's Howard Terminal ballpark project and what it's going to take to get a binding vote scheduled with the city council by the end of this year.
I think the key thing, and it's everything, is the city needs to demonstrate that they have the money for the off-site infrastructure. They have not been able to show us, the league, even their own constituents, that they have identified the sources of capital, and they're about at least $200 million short right now.
So the A's have agreed to privately finance the ballpark and the on-site infrastructure at Howard Terminal, but the city is going to be paying for the off-site infrastructure that connects the rest of the city to the ballpark site. That includes things like roads, pedestrian bridges, bike lanes, etc. And Dave Campbell says that the sides have agreed on nearly everything, including community benefits and low-income housing requirements, but that funding gap for the off-site infrastructure is still a key remaining hurdle.
We're working as hard as we can to support the city on federal grants, going to Washington, D.C., bringing our union partners involved, talking to the Department of Transportation, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, all these people to ensure that we put our best foot forward, because we have hundreds of millions of dollars of grants that the city has applied for, but we need to know as soon as possible if this money is going to be allocated for our project.
Well, the city can identify the funding. Dave Cabell is hoping that the city council will be able to schedule a binding vote before the end of the year. And NFL news, former 49ers running back Frank Gore has been charged with simple assault in Atlantic City, stemming from an incident at the end of July. Police responded to a call at the Tropicana. No complaint was filed at the time. The police did open an investigation, and TMZ reports that a summons has been issued for the 39-year-old to report for a trial that could begin in mid-October, or has been played in the NFL since 2020. From the Sports Desk, Joe Hughes, KCBS.
Is your backyard a mess? Eager to have friends and family over for a barbecue, but are embarrassed about the condition of your yard? It's time to call Mr. Pavers. Mr. Pavers can transform your backyard into your own personal paradise. You can get outside, enjoy the sunshine, fresh air, and nature in your own private sanctuary. From backyard patios to pool decks, outdoor kitchens, and driveways, Mr. Pavers can design and create your dream hardscape. And you'll be surprised at how affordable it is without sacrificing quality. Mr. Pavers is Diamond certified and an ICPI installer. Book a job before the end of the month, and you will receive 20% off. And free demolition. Call Mr. Pavers at 833-MR-PAVERS. That's 833-MR-PAVERS, or go to MrPavers.com. Make your outdoor spaces comfortable and stylish as your interior with Mr. Pavers. Call right now. 833-MR-PAVERS. 833-MR-PAVERS. Or go to MrPavers.com today. Get out of the house and enjoy all that your beautiful outdoor living space has to offer with Mr. Pavers.
Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails, and we're on our way to restoring even more, because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
KCBS News Time, 8:18. We are back on the traffic watch ahead of the 6-day forecast, and it begins in Sonoma County. Yep, we have two problems affecting Sonoma County commuters currently. This report brought to you by Amtrak. This overturn still there coming down through the Cotati area. This is southbound 101 right before you get to Railroad Avenue. They're trying to clear that far right lane, but while they do so, traffic is backed up just a little shy of the Roanoke Park Expressway. The Chilton Autobody Collision Cam sees the brake lights just south of Roanoke Park Expressway. And then the other problem is in Santa Rosa. This is for folks using Highway 12 heading eastbound, trying to connect to 101. Right before that connector, we have a vehicle that's on its roof here as well. It's up against the right shoulder guardrail, but this may still be blocking at least the right lane of traffic. Injuries, not surprising in this crash. Your stop and go from Stony Point Road. Nimitz Freeway, this is a trouble spot in Oakland. In fact, this backup has grown lengthier. South 880 before High Street, still trying to clear a 3-car crash from the left lane. Traffic is backed up just a little shy of the 980 connector. Other problems on the Nimitz, this is for South Hayward, South 880 at Whipple. There's a crash here just recently cleared to the right shoulder, but that's why the slow traffic from Highway 92. Well, gas prices are high, so ride Amtrak. Fuel your adventurous side without breaking your travel budget. Amtrak gets you there with more money in your wallet. Book in advance, save up to 20% at Amtrak.com. Restrictions and exclusions apply. Your next update, 828 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Mancini Sleep World 6-day weather forecast, introducing Sleep Match exclusively at Mancini Sleep World. Here's Jessica Burge.
We are halfway through the week and we're still warming up. Nothing too extreme by any means, but San Francisco's getting up to 71 today, 81 in Redwood City, 81 also down in San Jose, with upper 80s off closer to Fairfield and Antioch. Now, as we extend into the next couple days, we're expecting warmer temperatures, with daytime highs also still sticking above average into the weekend. That's all due to high pressure pushing in from the south, but it's nothing too extreme, but we are going to be seeing a lot more sunshine in store. We'll keep you updated on that here in the Weather Center. Now, meteorologist Jessica Burge with your KCBS KPIX 5 personal forecast.
Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
KCBS News Time 821. New numbers out this morning show that inflation's easing slightly, but costs still are high for a lot of necessities such as food and shelter. For more on this, we're joined on the KCBS Central Newsroom by Leah Hartman, distinguished lecturer and chair of the Accounting, Finance, and Marketing Department at the University of New Haven. Thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to us. Any indications of what the future might hold, how long this might last?
Oh, I still think we're looking for extended volatility in the markets and extended inflation, but not like we saw that in the report for the month of June. So I think we're solidly in the 8+% for a while yet. but we are seeing that easing from the gas prices that we saw that benefit.
Why do you think that is? Is that a lessening of demand or a lessening of barrel of oil prices or what?
It is definitely, concerted effort to get more supply out there. There have been some additional gas tax holidays. So that's mostly, it's not a falling of demand, although we could maybe see a little softening of that as we head into the month of September as family travel, vacation travel from the summer months starts to ease.
And were economists anticipating sort of a slowing in the growth of inflation?
I think that's a really correct.
Slow down.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, we've heard, that retailers are stocking up in order to avoid supply chain issues. Is that impacting inflation?
Year. So in the fourth quarter of 21 and in the first quarter of 22, retailers were purchasing for the back-to-school season because they were fearful of supply chain outages. What that has been signaled, though, like the big box retailers such as Walmart or Target, is they are over-inventoried, and that could prove to be a great benefit to consumers as they start to get their students ready for back-to-school.
So there's the lessening of inflation that economists see, but what about consumers at the supermarket, at the department store? Is this going to seem like business as usual for a while?
I think that's correct. I'd agree with that. What we're going to be seeing in August and September should be about the same. So some easing for consumers, and certainly the gas price, energy prices collectively being a significant part of the inflation report. So that's good. The pinch, and most people are feeling it, is housing. So whether it's the rental market or the housing purchase market, those expenses are really staying high.
All right. Well, we thank you very much for taking a few minutes to talk to us. That's Leah Hartman, Distinguished Lecturer and Chair of the Accounting, Finance, and Marketing Department at the University of New Haven. Let's go over to the Money Watch desk now, where Wall Street is reacting to the inflation report, and it's a pretty happy place today, Jason.
It certainly is, Melissa. The market feeling some relief that while inflation is still very high, it is not at the 40-year high that we saw in June. Dow soaring higher by 557 points, NASDAQ gaining 317, and the S&P surging higher by 81. The Federal Reserve is attempting to engineer a soft landing for the economy after 2 years of massive stimulus and the highest inflation in 4 decades. But a noted cryptocurrency investor thinks that's verging on the impossible. In an interview with CNBC, Galaxy Digital CEO Michael Novogratz said, "We've just experienced one of the greatest asset bubbles of all time, fueled by the greatest monetary injection of all time, and it feels like it would be too easy to get out of it with a soft landing of a 20% pullback in the S&P 500. Novogratz says the recent rally after the S&P tumbled into bear territory in June has been influenced by retail traders who have also helped rally crypto values in recent weeks. As far as crypto goes, Novogratz says he thinks the worst is over following a second quarter plunge with Bitcoin and Ethereum, his favorite long-term bets. Price of oil pulling back today once again under $90 a barrel. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Discover the greatest pharaoh of all time, Ramses the Great, in the most impressive collection of its kind. Experience 181 priceless Egyptian artifacts, including some of the world's most treasured riches. Enhance your immersive experience and transport yourself to ancient Egypt in virtual reality. Ramses the Great and the Gold of the Pharaohs. Opening August 20th at the Beyond Museum. Limited tickets available. Buy yours today.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring automatically. So no more nudging your partner, because it's our first system that detects snoring and automatically adjusts to help reduce it. Your best sleep, all night, every night. Experience the mattress ranked #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power 3 years in a row.
The best place to buy a Tempur-Pedic mattress is at Mancini Sleep World, a recognized Tempur elite retailer for outstanding selection and service. Visit any one of our Northern California locations.
KCBS News Time, 8:28. Let's go back to your local Honda dealer's traffic center for an update on the drive. We've got some problems happening in the North Bay. Yeah, the more severe crash involves, well, they're both involving overturns, but the one in Santa Rosa, it sounds like there's major injuries in this crash. This is eastbound Highway 12. It was right before the 101 interchange, but now CHP is telling us they have closed both lanes at Dutton Avenue. So while this situation continues, traffic's being taken off the roadway. Instead of using Highway 12 here, you might want to just stick with Sebastopol Road or any of the other surface streets. So it looks like it's a bobtail truck on its side here. Also, we are looking at problems as you make your way into Cotati. This is a crash just clearing. It's an overturn also. South 101 before you get to Railroad Avenue. This is the right lane that's been blocked. That's why traffic's backed up to the Rohnert Park Expressway. Meantime, it looks like they've got a handle on this crash that was southbound Nimitz Freeway well north of High Street. We still have slow traffic coming down from the 980 split, but it begins to loosen up well before the crash site. Your next update, 8:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Looking for highs ranging from the 60s at the ocean, 70s around the bay to the mid-80s inland. Starting off the morning with overcast, but that will burn off except to the coast where we'll see partial clearing. So tomorrow's forecast looks almost exactly like today's, and for tonight mostly clear in the evening, then sunny. Then lows around 60. Traffic and weather together on the 8s.
At Whole Foods Market, take 25% off Applegate Farms sliced lunch meats, chicken nuggets, and tenders through August 16th while supplies last. Plus, Prime members save an extra 10%. Shop in-store or online at Amazon.com/Whole Foods. Terms apply.
News that matters to you. Around the Bay, around the world, around the clock. All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
It is Wednesday, August 10th, 2022. Coming up on KCBS.
How you can help save Bay Area birds from dying of avian flu.
And farm workers on the march to Sacramento to demand Governor Newsom sign a bill to change union election voting practices. Good morning, I'm Melissa Colross.
And I'm Eric Thomas.
KCBS News Time, 8:31. This portion of our News Watch sponsored by Abundant Life Health and Wellness.
Avian influenza, otherwise known as the bird flu. It's contagious, it's deadly, and it is here. KCBS's Jim Taylor with the story.
This particular strain of avian flu particularly wicked.
It is extremely deadly in birds of prey in particular. There's an almost 100% mortality in hawks and owls that get it.
Allison Hermans, Wild Care Animal Hospital in Marin is closed to the public right now except for emergency animal intakes because avian influenza is approaching already. Cases in Sonoma.
We know it's coming south and it's just a matter of time if it's not already here.
Are you expecting this to show up in wildlife in the Bay Area then?
We absolutely are, yes.
what you can do to help stop the spread of the killer bird flu?
We are recommending that you take down your bird feeders, at least temporarily. And the reason for that is because we don't know how hard avian influenza